care to join my following. No, sir, I do not follow.
All right, guys. So welcome back to the Infinite Guru Catz Podcast. This is Eric Castillo here. I got Oscar. What's up, Oscar?
What's going on, people?
And we have Mr. June. What's up, June?
What's going on, people?
Yeah, guys, we got Eric Castillo, the author, the creator, one of the main creators of the Guru Catz, the guy behind the creation. And today's episode is going to be about Ziana, one of the female characters in the Guru Catz story, the journey. And last week we had a good episode. It just happened yesterday or this past couple of this weekend, but this one will drop on this Friday. They're coming on Friday. So, Mr. Ramirez, how you doing, brother? How you doing, Oscar? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
It's glad to have you on the show. Finally, you made it.
Yes, sir. I know, right?
Yeah, that's true because
excited.
We had a couple of events going on last 2 weeks, but today's available, and we're ready to drop some hardcore questions for Mr. Eric Castillo. Hey, so how do you like the whole dropping the videos and the people liking the content? It's been it's a small wave right now, but I think we're creating a good wave of going forward. Hey, so how do you feel now that we released a couple of videos on the last 2 episodes and for the Guru Catz logo and then the keynote, the creation of keynote? How do you feel that momentum has moved us? Because I know it's a small wave right now, but have you seen the wave grow, or how do you see that evolving?
You said it right there, the wave. It's a wave. So the wave, before it actually reaches its actual peak, it has to start somewhere, right? So that's where we're at right now. We're in the bottom. We're barely climbing that wave, and those numbers are crunching in fast. We got a lot of people tuning in from Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Ireland. You guys saw the numbers. You saw there's a lot of countries. I forgot the name of the countries. So basically, those numbers are showing up fast.
Turkey, France, Philippines. Shout out to all of those. Canada. Mexico,
Guatemala.
Hey, Guatemala, bro. Hey, shout outs to Guatemala.
And that's what's good about the Guru Catz. It's universal, so you're gonna be able to see it all across the world, and also hear the message that's being delivered behind the cartoon.
Yeah.
So basically, yes, Eric, and I did bring that Brazil shirt. I'm a big fan of Brazil. I got
shout out.
We got a lot of followers from Brazil.
Hey,
Brazil.
Hey, man, Brazil, bro.
So I don't have my Mexico jersey with me. We got Mexico also. So
Mexico. Mexico.
But the one actually, Mexico's in the lead right now. Mexico has more numbers in than United States, Brazil. Those are the top 3s right now: United States, Mexico, and Brazil. So it's looking pretty fun out there. I can't wait for the numbers to reach all the way to the millions, billions, because it's a cartoon, so we're gonna have a lot of fans.
Yeah.
And make sure you guys tune in, because our first episode will be released in our website, so you can watch it anywhere, any place, anytime.
Wow, that's gonna be beautiful, man. It's
awesome. Can't wait.
Look forward to, man. Yeah, but it's cool that we have other countries already finding interest on the Guru Catz brand, because like you said, it is universal, it's worldwide, It's family friendly, it's kid friendly. You know, that's what we want the kids to be able to like have that escapism to something that's positive, something that's gonna motivate them to be, you know, the best version of themselves. Even in a younger version, like, because you're seeing these characters evolve right in front of their eyes, and they're able to see like the process behind it. They're, like, I don't think any cartoon's ever done it like this. So we're doing it like extra special because we want these kids to have like inspiration, bro. And I can tell you straight up inspired stories, because my son was here watching us talk about the Guru Catz yesterday, and then he's like, Dad, I'm gonna create. No, it was on Friday. He's like, Dad, I'm gonna create two. Oh, he's telling you, right, June? Like, I'm gonna create 2 characters. So he went and started designing like his own characters. Like, look, that is, this is so and so, and this is so and so. I'm not gonna say the names because in the future they're gonna come around. Yeah, but he named them. I think one was Sage, and the other one was it's supposedly Sage, like Sake's son, right? And then he created a whole like characteristics and everything. So he's like, Dad, I'm gonna give this to Sketch, so Sketch can do it for me. Like, oh,
well, that's one of our campaigns where submit your own character to see which one's gonna make the cut. That's gonna be one of our campaigns, Eric, as we head towards our goal.
That's amazing, bro.
That's gonna be good for us.
We inspire the kids to be creative, use your imagination, you know, be productive with their time, not being on the phone too much, being creative with something they want to, like, just be imaginative, something we had when we were growing up, you know.
Yeah. Going back to that, Eric, our number one fan is my brother's sons, Little Monch.
Oh yeah.
KRMC.
KRMC.
He couldn't stop watching the Kino character come to life. He was like, put it again.
Just watching it.
Yeah, his mom was all like, June, you gotta release the cartoon already, because this little 10 seconds clip, it's not gonna cut it. He was there for an hour, man. We probably got like 100 and 200 plays just with that guy alone. He was like,
hey, those are the best ones, bro.
And they haven't even started moving, man. So just imagine just talking.
Wow, bro, that's beautiful, man.
It's gonna be good. This is
exciting.
One of the purpose I wanted to create this cartoon was it's therapeutical. When the kids like that see the cartoon character speaking, they want to mimic that. So that's why I wanted to deliver a good message, so they learn to speak good from their voice. Yes. So that's gonna be good for them to listen to the cartoon.
Yeah. Oh, awesome, man. Awesome.
Wow. So I think this episode is going to be ultra special as well, because we're going to go into a new character, and something we talked about last time is that we want to reach, you know, the whole audience, not just the boys. You know, we want to make sure that the little girls have somebody to look up to, you know what I mean? And Ziana, it was one of the first female characters you guys created, right, Herman?
Correct.
I mean, after the queen, right? Because you have created the queen already visually in your mind.
Yes,
but you haven't created it yet. So when you created Ziana, give us that feedback, man, because I know it's a little bit complicated. So
as far as when I created Ziana, well, you see Kino right here next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Ziana plays a major role to his story. They become soulmates throughout the story. That's one of the things I like to write about, is how love has played a major factor in my life. And I created this female character behind that feeling, behind those actions, behind all the female women I've known or seen or kind of seen. I put it into this character, and that was a purpose. She is Kino's soulmate, and she helps Kino overcome a lot of obstacles. Not only that, I don't want to say too much of the story, because we do have all those books, but she's a goddess. She's so beautiful. She came out super beautiful. Sketch nailed her. So everything I was telling him, the way I see her, the way I want her, he was able to nailed it. He nailed it right away.
He saw your vision.
He saw my vision, and he put it on paper. Once he put it on paper, I fell in love with the character. I was like, and I want that feeling to be portrayed from the people that are watching at home. They see that character and they're gonna be like, she's super beautiful. And the girls, I want them to be that character, the way she talks, the way she presents herself. And that's we go back to the message. All these characters are gonna have their own background, their own books, their own stories, and everything delivers a good message for the kids. So I'm just putting that positive message in the kids at a young age.
Nice,
And
awesome, man.
with beautiful art. Once you put beautiful art behind the message, the kids, their imagination is way different than ours. They don't have any problems, any bills, anything to pay but what's in front of them. So when they see this message come to life, that's what I'm looking forward to, like helping out the people, just tune into a good message every night, every Friday night. Whenever we release our episodes, have the kids ready just to watch and take all this information in. So little by little, you'll see the next generation come along.
It's amazing, man. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
man. Awesome.
Do you have anything you want to ask Oscar before we watch the video?
No. I'm ready for the video. I'm
Y'all
ready.
ready?
I'm anxious.
All right, so
All right,
I think we should go into the video, Herman, and then we'll start.
right.
We'll dive into the Ziana character.
Let's go ahead and dive into that video. Give me a
All right.
second. Let me open it real quick.
Ziana.
Man, this is exciting, bro. I'm really excited because
Yeah.
every episode's been like, what are we gonna do next? This is amazing. It's part of the journey, bro.
Part of the
It's part of
journey,
the
yes, sir.
process. All right. Hold on. Let me
And
just get this video.
yeah, man. So the kids are really getting inspired by this. My son. is
Yeah,
like,
and our kids don't know what's going on. They just see it and they're like,
Yeah.
put it again. Like they don't know I made it. Even if you tell them I made it, they're like,
Okay, bye.
put it again. Yeah, like who
That doesn't
cares? Like,
matter.
I want to see Kino, and that's the reaction I want from everybody. Hold on, let me just make sure I got the
Mhm.
settings right. Actually, I do. So let me share my screen, Eric.
All right, go ahead.
Hasta la cima del cielo. Nice.
Wow.
Awesome.
I like how the
Awesome.
music captures music. You didn't expect the music to be different, right? I
Mm-mm.
saw it in your face, or when you heard the music, and it was like, oh, this is a different feeling.
You saw that? You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that. So
That's embarrassing. You shouldn't see me.
Hey. No, it's awesome, man.
My brother's a genius, so I told him we need to capture the different tone with this character. And when we did the track, we were like, okay, that sounds nice. Let's go with that.
That's it.
I like the music, bro, because it's like
Yeah.
it's real melodic, real chill. It's like it sends the vibe of Eyes of a Goddess, like like.
Yeah.
And then that's the cool thing about the Guru Catz is that we've created a certain theme for each character, each facet of the Guru Catz, the journey. So it creates when you see that character, within due time you're gonna be like, oh, this character, all of this aligns with it, like the sound, the music, like the characteristics. Kind of like when you think about the Ninja Turtles, when you see Raphael, you see Raphael like
kind of like this. Boom, there you go.
oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, let's put my background. Shit, our backgrounds. Okay. Yeah, but like you see the characters, and then you're able to identify them. Like, oh, like when you see Donatello, when you see
Yeah.
Angelo, you know that they have
Yes.
certain characteristics. But we took it a step further. We actually assigned a song to them. That's something I've never seen.
Yeah. Then you said it right there, and you can get the music already. It's on Amazon. It's on our website. You can listen to it. It's on YouTube. We actually release a character frequently, which was Kino, and we release his product line. Not only his product line, we release also his his track behind the product line of Kino. So you can check that out also for Ziana. As soon as this video drops, go ahead and listen to her track. Go ahead and get her shirt. You see her shirt right there. It's going to be available. And this is what we're going to be doing every so often. We're going to drop a character with his product line, with his music behind it, and the story behind the character.
Yeah, so if you like the music, I suggest you go to Spotify, right? That's where they can find the whole tracks, all the tracks, all the Guru
you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, any major outlet, Amazon Music. Just go ahead and Google Guru Catz. Just go to Google Guru Catz. It's gonna send you to our website. Or go to our website. We have all the links there for the audiobook, for the soundtrack. Just go ahead and press the link. It's gonna take you right to the source, and you're able to purchase a track, 99 cents track, or the whole album. Also, it's for sale. But each character has his 99 cents track for sale.
Wow. Awesome, man. Awesome.
It's just a really, really cool concept. I love the whole, like the creation behind Ziana. Like before you even started designing her, you knew that you needed a female character, right? Before.
Yes.
Or how did that come about? Because I mean, now it's already there, but how did you really originally come to that idea? Like, yeah, she's
part of the story. The way Kino meets Ziana, like I mentioned before, my writings are based on true events. I just mirror my story in their world. So basically, during the time I was writing, I did find love. Also, that's one of the things that she was part of the story. So I was going through my process. I was like, okay, this is good for the story. This is gonna make it, and this is gonna, because it's real. The writing behind it, yes, it's fictional, but the feeling behind it, the feeling I'm gonna put behind the story, it's real. You're gonna be able to feel it, and you see it right away when you see the character. When you hear the music, it gives you a different feeling. You're like, this is a feeling that it's different than when we introduced Kino. It was more exciting. You can hear the background music. Now all of a sudden we introduce a character, the music changes, and you're able to feel that feeling. And that's what I wanted to capture. So that's how she came upon. When Kino meets her, he instantly falls in love with her eyes. He instantly falls in love with her eyes. And that's why she's known as the eyes of the goddess. And the eyes of the goddess is part of her story. When she was born without vision. That's as much as I'm going to tell you, right? Because that's her story. But eyes of a goddess comes from that story where she's without vision. And when Kino meets her, she's able to see already, and he sees her into her eyes, and instinct, an instinct spark was felt.
It was ignited.
It was ignited. So that's what happened. That's how the character came upon. Because I was writing. I already had the characters, and I was like, okay, how am I going to connect these stories together? How is this going to make sense? Mm-hmm. So Ziana ended up being Kino's soulmate, which happened to be part of my life as well.
Wow, nice, man, nice.
Do you have any questions before I ask another question, Oscar?
Yeah, no. How did you envision because I'm looking at the character and I'm looking at the hair and I'm looking at what she's wearing. Like, how did you envision that, man? Like, how did you envision that? That's amazing. Like, I see almost like I see somebody that I can see walking around. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. How did you come? This is the way I'm gonna describe it to you. I used to be a welder, right? And it's a different type of atmosphere. So when I was hanging out with my welding boss, working with him, when he had all these welders, I would go to the welder and give him a job, do this, do that, do that. And when I would come back to my boss, and I was like, the welders, we need to keep him busy. The more you feed them work, the more they master their craft. Not only that, the more they produce for you. So I had the same concept with Sketch. With Sketch, when I was with Sketch, I was like, okay, the more I can feed him, the more I can put the character where he's going to be able to just nail it right away, the sooner he's going to be able to come up with it. And once he comes up with it, then you have the product. Now we work with the product. We keep evolving. So I did the same thing with Sketch. So I got a lot of pictures, a lot of images, and when we talk about her, I'll tell her this is how I feel, this is how I see her. Of course, The female behind it is based on a lot of female characters. One of the main ones is my daughter Faye. She always wears her ponytails like the way you see them right there, and she's super beautiful as well. I got my girlfriend also in the picture. Her eyes, I love her eyes, so you see a little bit of her eyes in the picture as well. And I can go down the list of people that I can put behind this character. I do recall when I wanted to do this character, I was like, okay, let me just make sure it's not only appealing to me, but the people. Make sure the people can feel her, the people can see her. So that the eyes of a goddess came upon, the story behind it, how she came. Everybody has their story, right? All the Guru Catz. So her story is Eye of a Goddess, how she became part of the Guru Catz. And basically that's it, Oscar. I was just looking around for pictures that I would see online that, okay, this is what I see. And then once we started, I would just tell Sketch, no, change that right there, change that right here. So we actually went through the process of creating her real fast because I already had her in mind. And when I showed her to the guys, to everybody involved in the team, they were all like, damn, they were blown away because she's super beautiful. She fits the story perfectly. And at the end of the day, I will always tell Sketch, we need to make sure our characters fit the story. We need to make sure our character fit your vision. You're the one behind the drawing. You're doing all this. So you're the one that has to put all the characters to resemble one another. We can't have Kino looking like another character, and then we have this character looking a little. They need to match. So
you have
Kino,
to have a connection.
When you see Kino also, when you see him, has this badass alpha image. He's handsome. Now when you see this girl be next to him, we want to see that strong woman behind him as well. Strong girl, beautiful, appealing, and so that's how she came upon. Just deep into my imagination, going back to my first crush when I was in high school, the way I would just look at her and be hypnotized by that. I had to bring that into paper, and you'll see that in her story and in Kino's story as well, as he falls in love with her.
That's amazing, man. Because like you wanna, when you're creating something, I guess for all the out there, for people who want to create, and for people who want to be like, I have a vision, but how do you put it together? So it's like you have to grab inspiration from what really motivates you, get that inspiration, and then like cultivate all that stuff, put it all together, and mold it. Yes, mold it. Once you mold all those features, then you have a new creation of everything you've been inspired by. And that's amazing, bro, because I mean, it could say like, oh yeah, it was like you said, it was kind of easier than Kino, probably because you already kind of had a process with Sketch, but at the same time, you have to have divine intervention to actually have a download visually and actually sit down. You know what? I'm gonna move forward with this vision, and like it's not that easy. It's not easy because not everybody has that state of mind, not this discipline. It's a lot of discipline, a lot of actually you have to be really focused, hyper focused to be actually come down with a specific vision, and okay, let me move on it. Who is the person who's gonna help me out? And Sketch 83 was there. Shout out to Sketch. Like I said, he's a phenomenal artist. And then for him to see your vision and because it's hard for an artist because he wants to draw what he wants to draw or create, but then he's taking your inspiration as well. And then like, okay, this is what you want. No, okay, is this what you want? So yes, that's what I want.
So yeah, that's how it happened. We used to get together and just, okay, this is what you want. No, okay. So, well, by the time I was talking to him, we'd have these meetings. By the time I was talking to him, he was drawing, but he was feeding off everything I was telling him. We had some binaural beats in the background going on, soft music. Those. We were in the studio. We were in Zoom meetings. It was just amazing, and that's one thing. I would show him the track. This is what the music behind her is gonna be feeling. So let's grab that feeling also. I had everything for Sketch. I had a buffet, and he had to go and pick what he wanted and build the character. And that goes back to my analogy for the welding. I would take this guys, you need to build this sculpture or this pipe, whatever. This is the way it goes. This is the measurements. And by the time you know it, they had it built. And what's the next one? And they had it built, and they built. It's a big puzzle. At the end of the day, it's a big puzzle. And I use that same analogy with Sketch. I knew I had a big puzzle. Okay, let me feed him this first because this is what's gonna actually trigger the puzzle to actually start connecting itself. And then by the time you know it, we had the characters.
And this goes to show, man, everywhere you are, there's a form of learning. There's something that you can download. Something, it doesn't matter where you are. It could be you can think it's like the horrible job, but in that horrible job, you can learn some knowledge that's going to move you forward and apply it at a later time in your life. So it doesn't matter where you are right now. What you need to know is that what is the best information you can use in the future. And maybe it doesn't make sense by not right now, but when you're like, oh, look, I used to do this in this job, and now I can actually do it now. And then you being able to like put it all together. I'm not going to use this knowledge only in welding. Now I can actually apply it with the creation of a Guru Catz. So like, oh, like mind blowing. It's
I was blessed by having good teachers, good masters, and the way they would just speak to me, that's portrayed on my story. The way they would just tell you, you're not gonna be. I'm not a good welder if I don't teach you how to be a good welder. Once I teach you to be a good welder, then you're on your own. And that's the same analogy I have with the Guru Catz. The master comes along and he understands he has to teach him how to defeat the evil that's coming, right? So I used to go back into those memories when I used to just sleep in the trailer, no AC, no hot air. It was cold in the middle of winter. And I used to like you said, dive into my memories, and I would just think, damn, this is hard. Like, I can't believe I'm going through these times, but I know I'm going to go somewhere. So I have to be here so I can learn those strategies, learn those analogies that I just mentioned about welding. And it's all connected. At the end, it's all connected. When I actually started writing about Ziana in my book, I started crying, man, because I was deep into my thoughts, deep into my imagination. And you're gonna like the book. It's you'll see her impacted in the book. And when I was reading that part of the book, I just started crying because it was so real. Like everything I was reading, I was like, damn, that feeling I felt, I put it on paper.
And that's a blessing, Herman. Shout out to you, because like you said, at one point you were looking for a writer. At one point, Herman was like, who am I gonna get to write this story for me? When in reality, God was like, bro, you're the writer.
It's you.
Yeah, and
look in the mirror, it's you. Like, yeah.
That's what's amazing about the story, because it came to me. It was like he was putting me in my place. He was like, and that's one thing I learned, how to discover your purpose in this earth. And when I discovered that purpose, when he was like, no, you're gonna be the writer, when that vision came to me, I knew I was destined. I knew I was summoned, and I had to act on it. Because easily I could have said, nah, it was just a dream, whatever, it was just this and that. I could have just been my regular self. But knowing myself, that vision came to me at the right time, and it knew it was going to mold me into the man I am today. So basically it all sparked because of me trying to figure out how I'm going to bring this cartoon to life. And once I figured out I was going to be the writer, I was like, okay, it's over. Because as soon as I discovered that, now all my intention was behind that. I knew I had to, okay, this is what I'm doing. It doesn't matter if I have a job, doesn't matter what else I'm doing. As long as I focus all my attention to this, pretty soon it's going to be manifested to where you see it right now in our screens, in my cap, in the shirt, all over the place. So I stuck with that vision, and so far this is where we're at right now.
It's manifested all the way to the Philippines.
Right now we'll show you that list so you can get a preview of that week when we launched it, so you can see the countries behind it.
Look at this. Look at this thought. Let me put it to you like this. Like the way you said it, like it started with you learning and discovering all this data from, the higher source, which is God, and then all of a sudden putting it all together, coming with all the characters, to like right now, a few minutes ago, we're talking about, we have people, tuning in from different parts of the world, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, Pakistan,
Turkey, France,
Canada,
Sweden.
Let me show you that. Let me show you that list real quick, Eric, so you can see. This is
we need to send shout outs.
It's not even a half a week, and it's already This is what we have so far, visitors in our website, and it's fun. It's fun. It's exciting just for me to be seeing all that in live action.
I heard
There it
that.
goes, all right? Boom. Do you see it or not?
There you go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
This is what you see the date up there, April 26th through May the 8th. That's it's probably a week and change, 2 weeks almost. And we're already at 867 visitors. This is 420 through Mexico. We got Mexico on top.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Para toda mi gente de Mexico, gracias por seguirnos. Somos latinos and we like to represent. This is a cartoon that we're bringing to everybody. Y si hablamos español, por si acaso quieren oír mi español.
Claro que
Hablo
sí.
español. We got the people from the United States, 164. Come on, United States. We're from the United States as well. Make sure you keep those numbers up. Then we got Brazil with 120.
Ooh.
Brazil, let's show Brazil. Let's shout out to Ronaldinho. We got Ronaldinho in Brazil.
Come on, Brazil.
Brazil. So
Brazil.
basically, we got an Argentina out there for all the Argentinians. Argentinians, síganos. Guru Catz, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Messi. So we got so many countries out there, and basically those are the numbers, Eric. So we're
That's awesome.
Slowly climbing. We're slowly getting our fans, and pretty soon we're gonna be featuring our first episode. We're having a lot of fans just waiting for that episode to drop.
Yeah, man, we're building that wave so that when that episode drops, we're gonna be like,
Yeah, so it can get to a lot of eyes, a lot of minds. You know what I mean? Once that episode drops, everybody's gonna be waiting for it. Yeah,
so that's so right now. Don't wait. Get your shirt. You see the shirt right here, Ziana. It's gonna be available once this video drops. Right now we do have Kino's collection available. Go get his shirt. Kino also get the logo. Make sure you join the wave and become part of the Guru Catz, because like it or not, you're gonna be part of it. So might as well just jump in right now.
Mm-hmm. It's a good movement, man. It's a good energy behind it.
Even you, Oscar, make sure you get your Guru Catz shirt.
I know. I need my Guru Catz shirt.
Make sure you get that.
Sweaters.
Anything else you want to ask me, Eric, about Ziana or anything else?
Yeah, man. Just Oscar, do you have any questions before I ask a question? I can go on for days.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Infinite
man. Yeah, like one of the cool things about having these characters, the product line, the people all over the world, is that you're getting access to, like, when you would buy a DVD back in the days, and it would give you the director's cut on a separate DVD, and that you would play that DVD, and it would give you it would play the movie, but in the background you can hear the producers and the director talking about, look, on this scene we did this because we saw De Niro having a hard time, doing this, so we told him to do this. Yeah, we told Robert, to actually do this, and we got inspiration from this and this, and you get a director's cut, and I actually love watching that more than the actual film sometimes. Yeah, so that this is what you're getting, but you're getting it in a different, I guess, mindset, because we're like, you know what, we have tools to do this, and why not provide the viewers and the fans with extra details of what the mind was, the creation behind it, the little details, little Easter eggs, what they call it in the cartoon world, like the Easter eggs, right? Like you get little nuggets of information that you probably won't get if you just watch or read the book or listen to the audiobook, or once the cartoon's out, watch the cartoon. But you're gonna get all of this energy, this wave of energy, to be like, whoa, I totally feel this. I 100% feel it. And if this is like, let's say it's 2027 and you started barely into Guru Catz, you can catch us right now and be like,
yeah, just follow. Yeah,
this is going on 2021.
It's the same thing. It's gonna be all.
Check it out. Wow, it's like when you discovered Eminem, you heard Eminem for the first time. It was like the second album, but then you go back to the first album. You're like, whoa! I missed out on all of that. When was that?
I was like, damn, this guy's
95, bro.
Shout out to Eminem. Eminem, give us a call. Eminem.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
shout out to anybody out there, man, who wants to invest in those countries we talked about.
Yeah, we got a lot of countries going on. That's just a little preview, and that's of yesterday, May 8th. We're already in May 9th, so it was my birthday, guys, May 8th. So I'm excited this year. This is gonna be a good year for me. I feel it, and I'm embracing it. I'm letting it come to me as we go. and you're gonna see that. And that's what's good thing about it. You're gonna see that the creativity behind what I'm doing. You have to be a super positive, upbeat person, and that's you're gonna see that in the cartoon. I couldn't have made this cartoon if I was a slouchy ass. Excuse my language. If I was a slouch, a potato head, whatever, right? Couch potato. I had to be on the move, on the grind. I had to actually do the meditating, the guru stuff. I had to read a lot of books. I had to listen to a lot of speakers speak. I had to actually pay attention to the universe to actually deliver me the message so I can put it on paper, put it out there for the world. Because at the end of the day, it's a message being sent to me, and I got to put it out for the world to receive that message. I'm the messenger, and you're the receiver. So you'll just make sure you check it out at gurucatz.com. Get your t-shirt, Ziana. Make sure you get your posters coming out. Make sure you follow us. We do got our NFTs dropping soon. So there's a lot of products out there for you guys. We're working on our first, like I said, our cartoon book, actually our character book, illustration book, and our coloring book for the kids. So just looking forward for all that for everybody to get their hands on.
And go read the book if you have a chance. If you
Go
like
read the
reading,
book also as well.
it's an easy read. It's not that lengthy of a book. But it has a lot of great stories in between the storyline. So I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, just go get your book today, guys. It's available. It's an amazing story. It's just the beginning to the story of the Guru Catz, but so you can go ahead and dive into their world and expect to just so you know what's coming, so you can understand. Okay, this is coming. We can't stop it. We just gotta embrace it, and that's the way I feel. You just gotta embrace it. Once you hear the Guru Catz, then you're gonna become one of our fans. So once you hear Guru Catz, just go to gurucatz.com and get your merch.
Yeah, man. Real quickly, because I know we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon, but one thought that came to mind right now when you were saying about being in tune with the universe, and I was telling Oscar, I'll give you a couple of examples, and I was telling Oscar a couple of days ago how I had a dream, and in this dream I saw my late grandmother, Lalita, right? Our grandmother.
Our grandma, yeah.
I had a dream about her, but I woke up and I went into my morning routine, which is like work out. And a key thing that I did, because you know when you wake up, you forget your dreams. Like sometimes you go into your world and you get busy. That happened to me, bro. And one thing that I did, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn off my phone right now so I can just focus on my workout and meditate and all that stuff. So I have the phone and start working out. And while I'm working out, I recall the dream of my grandma, which I had totally forgotten about from that waking up. You know, like I woke up and then boom, it just erased. But then I started working out, and I actually went back to the dream. I was like, I teared up, man, because I hadn't had a dream about it in a while. So when I was walking with her, and I was able to get that message from the universe. It's like if you're on the phone, your mind's gonna go somewhere else. And I wouldn't have been able to tap into that dream, that energy, that hey, the universe is here, bro. I was giving you information. And I was walking with her. She was so happy in that dream. She was smiling. We were walking we're going to New York. I think Oscar or Eddie was next to me, and we're all hugging her, walking with her. You know, like she was holding me and I was holding her, and we're walking like that. And I had like a bunch of like thorns in my hand, and I would just take them out. I didn't even care because I was with her. Like, I'm just with you. It doesn't even matter that I got these with me. Like, let's go, you know. And that's what I'm talking about. And then another story about being in tune with the universe is like, I was running the other day, actually like 2 days ago on Friday. And I usually run and I listen to either a playlist that Oscar sent me or the binaural beats, you know, the frequencies 432, 528. So I'm running, and by this time I'm like, it's just kind of like a running meditation. And all of a sudden this butterfly starts flying next to me. And I'm like, wow, that's beautiful, man. And then it just flies away. But for like a good few steps, it was just like next to me. So if you're not in tune with the world when it's trying to give you messages, or you're not present, you're going to miss out on a lot of data that might be useful for you. And maybe that butterfly for me is just like a remembrance, because I know that DMX passed away a couple of months. I mean, last month.
Last month, yeah.
And he had told a story about the butterflies, how important they were. And for him, when he was a kid, how he used to see him all the time, and then he caught one, it died, and he never saw a butterfly again for like years, until like recently before he passed away, he started seeing them again. So it's just like, man, this is beautiful. Like, man, this is DMX telling me, hey, man, I'm right here with you, bro. Like, hey, like, hey, keep on going. Send that positive message, because I think that in his inner self, like when he was being positive, because he is like all over the place, he had a positive message. And that's what the Guru Catz is about, man. Like, Guru Catz is about sending positive energy, positive message. Infinite Podcast, Infinite Talks Podcast, Guru Catz, all put together is like a big wave of positive energy going to the viewers, the people out there, the fans, the followers, everybody, like, is so that we can impact and send a good message, man. Because there's a lot of negative messages being sent out in the world, and we want to make sure that we're part of the positive, to balance that.
Part of the positive.
And everything you just talked about, Eric, it goes back to the book. That's what it puts you in. It puts you in that state of mind where you're awakened and you want to see those messages, and it keeps you in tune. Just follow along with the Guru Catz, gurukatz.com. Follow the story, not only the story of the Guru Catz, but follow our journey as we give to the world a piece of our mind, a piece of our mind, and show them, okay, this is how we're living. This is how we're creating our stuff. Follow us, like, learn from us, and make it your own. Do whatever you want. Like you said, your child, your kid, Eric, was already making his own story, because he's in that positive vibe. And it goes back to, just think about it. That message, it goes back to what you're thinking. At the end of the day, it's all about what you think, right? What you think becomes what reality. So easily that butterfly could have been another message if you had another negative message in your mind. But since you're pure, you're in a positive message, you're able to see, okay, this is another passing soul just swinging along because I used to admire that person. That's your thought. But there's a lot of people that don't have good thoughts, and hopefully we can get to those people as well, where we put those positive messages in them, and all of a sudden we actually plant a seed somewhere in their mind, and they actually start thinking different. They start seeing different things. They start hearing different stuff. They start feeling that positive energy, and that's what I want you to feel when you start reading the Guru Catz. Feel that energy. Feel that seed planted in your mind. So then you start getting more seeds that are going to be helping in fruition in your mind and giving you more positive vibes, positive messages, more gratitude towards our earth, our beauty, more income for yourself, and just be more in a positive tone throughout the day. Because it's hard to stay positive. I mean, I had my negative days, but as of recently, I'm positive all the time. I don't know. There's just this change, I guess, because we're already going live and everything. And I'm like, okay, this is just, we're heading the right way. Everything that I hadn't planned is going as planned. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, I was expecting this. Now that it's happening, okay, this is how it feels. So everything that even the numbers, I was expecting, we got numbers. I didn't know we're going to get from other countries. But it's great to see other countries jump into the Guru Catz, and but all that is planned. So every time I see something like that happen, I'm like, I grab it for a little bit, marinate it for a little bit in my mind. Like, damn, those numbers look nice, and this is they're gonna pretty soon reach thousands, millions, billions of numbers, and I gotta look for that. So I do prepare my mind for everything that's coming. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I want to call out those people in Mexico. Hey, Chicharito, big fan of you. Give us a call. We got a lot of people in Mexico. El Canelo just fought yesterday.
Hey, Canelito, háblanos. Eres de Jalisco como nosotros.
Canelos, hey, we're from Guadalajara, actually, Canelo. Great job representing our over there, our city, Guadalajara. So people in Brazil,
Canelo.
We got people in Brazil. We got Ronaldo, the Ronaldinho. We got all those. Those are my inspirations to write.
Roberto Carlos.
Yeah. So then we got people in France. Then we got people all over the world. So anybody listening to us, make sure you get your merchandise. It's online. Make sure you become part of the Guru Catz movement. And also anybody that's interested in backing us up or investing in our cartoon, look for us, gurukatz.com, send us a message, or anywhere in our platforms, just send us a message, and let's make it happen.
Yes, sir, man. So, Oscar, you have any other questions, comments, anything you want to say?
Oh man, I'm taking everything in, man. I'm taking everything in, and I'm really excited, and I feel that that it's a blessing just to be here with you guys, be a part of it, listen to you guys. Because I know ever since I moved, you lose a little bit of connection. But even like we told your brother yesterday, it's like it feels so good that this is actually bringing us together again, like we used to be when we would talk about ideas and hospitality.com when barely the .com was starting. You know what I mean? And then hearing you guys talking about Guru Catz, and then that this story is gonna bring positive energy, positive vibes. You know what I mean? It's because even if you wanted to make it the opposite, you wouldn't be able to, June, because that's not you. You know what I mean? That's not us. You know what I mean? We have a seed that was planted in our brains and in our soul and in our spirit from our grandma, like you were saying, Eric. And she sent it to our parents. You know, she sent it to our moms, and then from them it came on to us, and then from us, and then from you, June, it's going to the world. Yeah, it's going to the world, and just being part of this journey is right now. I don't know. Before we started recording, I was just doing this. I was like, because you know what? I will enjoy the journey. I'm looking outside on the airplane because I know we're going somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yes, we are.
We're going to Brazil.
Yes,
Talk to Ronaldo. What's up, bro?
Hey, LeBron, I'm still looking at you, man. I'm waiting for your call. Give me a call. Make sure you give me a call. Guru Catz. If you like it or not, I'm going to meet you. If you want to be partners, then give me a call. If you want to be my friend, then give me a call, because I'm going to meet you pretty soon. I'm going to be there courtside. Boom, let's go.
Yeah, man.
All right, anything else, Eric, before we actually head out?
Hey, man, nothing else. Just tune in to the Infinite Guru Catz Podcast. Check out us also on the Infinite Talks Podcast with Oscar and all the special guests that we're going to have. We just had KRMC, which is your brother, your twin brother. We had him yesterday. It's going to post pretty soon. Actually, it might post before we post this one. So, yeah, so go check out those episodes. There's a lot of cool episodes there with a lot of good talks between Oscar and I. We're going into like the mindset, the spirituality, just stuff that we talked about earlier and during the episode. We talk a lot about that. We also talk about, good stuff that's going on. And, just everyday talks, man, that you can go infinite, So Infinite Talks Podcast, the Infinite Talks with Guru Catz as well. And it's just amazing, bro, that we're able to do this. So check us out. Follow us, subscribe, comment. I'll make sure this episode is going to be you'll be able to comment if you want to comment where you're from. Put it there, Canada, France, Sweden, Mexico,
United States,
Argentina, United States. Shout out your borough, shout out your hood.
Follow us, and while you're doing that, Eric, let me just share this, and let's just cut it right there. This is the last image we're gonna share. So yeah, everybody in this list, make sure you keep on following us. If you're not in the list, make sure you get on that list. GuruCatz.com. Check us out, guys. Mexico, United States, Brazil, Ireland, Canada, Argentina, Guatemala, Sweden, Pakistan, Turkey, Philippines, France. Shout out to everybody on that list.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, third, we're done.
What?